we got this thing set up. We got points, lines, and planes. All right, we got our term. That just means your word. You have definition. All right, and then you got specifically how to name it. Okay. Now, there's some of these you're going to have different name, like different ways to name it. Okay, in questions and tests like ACT, they may pick one of the ways to name it. Like, for example, like growing up, okay, my dad, my first name is John because his name is John. All right, he wanted me to have the same initials as him. Okay, but I go by my middle name, which is Chris. So even though I can be called John, all right, I was also called Chris as a kid. All right, now I have another name, Coach Metcalf, right? That's a third name. So I'm still the same one person, even though I have three different ways to name, right? A lot of other things. Trust me, I've been called a lot of things, all right, but those are three good ways to name it. All right, so point. Definition of a point. You guys already told me definition of a point. All right, you said it was a dot. Wow. Pretty nice. Pretty short definition. Okay, you could put a little dot there to help you out. That is a point. Okay, how do we name a point? Okay, you use a capital letter to name a point. So, for example, maybe you have that. That would be point A. Bless you. All right, line. Okay, what's the definition of a line? Okay, a line is 2 points. 2 points that are connected. And they are connected forever. Okay? So maybe we have point A and point B. We always put these arrows on the ends because they extend forever. Straight line. Just connecting 2 points. Maybe from where I'm standing right here to my desk. All right, this point to that point can make a straight line. I may not necessarily be able to get there because there's desk in the way, but there is a straight line between these 2 points. Okay, so how do we name a line? All right. Well, what do I have in the line that I can name? I have how many points? 2. Okay, so I only need 2 points. So I'm going to name it, all right, with a line symbol above it. AB. So I only need those 2 points. Okay, 2 points only. That's one way. All right, or a lot of times what they'll do, I'm going to go back to my first example in the definition. They might do a cursive lowercase letter. All right, in this case, it's a lowercase L. Y'all see that? All right, or you could have a cursive letter. All right, plane. Okay, I'm not talking about an airplane. I could be talking about the coordinate plane. It's very windy outside. You can hear the windows making noise. All right, a plane is a flat surface. Okay, it extends forever as well. So a flat surface forever. So think about it like a line. If you gave a line a third, like a shape. Okay, so it's kind of like a wall. All right. So that plane is kind of like maybe like a piece of paper or a wall. Like this wall is a plane. That wall in the back is a plane. The floor is a plane. Pretend the floor extends forever. That would be a plane. Okay, the whiteboard over here, that would be a plane. It's a flat surface. Your desk, okay, is a raised plane off the floor. All right, so a bunch of different planes out there. So how do we name a plane? All right, two ways you name a plane. The first way is you pick 3 what we call non-collinear points. Okay? So, collinear. Co meaning like to cooperate, so you're like working together. Linear, collinear would mean they're in the same line. Okay? So if they're non-collinear, they're not in the same line. So 3 points that are not in the same line, maybe we have A, B, and C. See how those don't make one whole line? All right, I can't draw one line that encompasses all those points. Okay, that would be one way to name it. So you would say plane ABC. Okay, the second way is a lot of times they'll put a cursive uppercase letter in the bottom right. All right, so you'll see one that's like, I don't know, I'm not great at doing cursive. Let's do, I guess I could do an A. All right, or a B. Here's a B. Okay, capital letter. It doesn't have to be perfect cursive. It's like a script, like italicized a lot of times. All right, so it's got a capital letter in the corner. So this would be plane B. Okay, so that's 3 different ways to name this. Excuse me, 2 different ways to name this for our 3 different terms. So you got a point, you got a line, you got a plane. So a good thing to notice is the coordinate plane a plane? Is it a flat surface? Yeah. Okay, definitely, it's a plane. All right. One example of a plane. I'm going to hit pause real quick. So if I had to say, where is the intersection of line AB and line DC? Okay, and y'all told me they intersect at point E. Would that be true or not true? So line AB and line DC intersect at point E. Do y'all agree with that? Okay, so I got a few more people agree that time. They do. Okay, 2 lines always intersect at 1 point. So y'all can see, all right, that's the point. That's where they intersect. That's all that they can intersect at, is that 1 point. Okay? Now let's look at planes. So we already talked about planes. We just saw in that program example, and y'all told me that 2 planes intersected in a line. Okay, and that is true. So think about if you hold like a piece of paper, like flat, and another piece of paper like this. Won't they intersect on that top edge up there? Yeah. So 2 planes are always going to intersect in a line. Okay, so here we got a plane. All right. And it's kind of hard to draw. Let's say we have another plane that intersects. Okay, that intersection is going to be a line. between those. If you can't draw, just write down 2 planes intersect at a line. I'm not going to ask y'all to have to draw these. At a line. Okay? 2 planes intersect at a line. All right? Make sense?